Let's take a look at a benchmark here. So you'll see that even since 2021, look at that single core. It's like 1,100 points better, a few thousand on the multi, but that doesn't make a massive difference in casual use or for the average user here. I could easily pop my SIM card in the iPhone 13, which I can't do on the 16, and rock out and still have a pretty fast experience here on 18.4. Now, if I go ahead and run a 3D Mark, we'll see how different the graphics can perform. But technically, the iPhone 13 is still relatively fast here. So I do think that if you were looking for one of these at a really low price, you wanted to get on iOS, I think the 13 is still a good option. I really do, as long as you're okay with no Apple Intelligence, which a lot of tech channels tend to push and talk about because we are on the cusp of an AI revolution right now. We all know this. But at the same time, you know, the Apple Intelligence is not even the best version. You know, you can just download chat models on the App Store and you could just get on with your AI like that. So it's not really like those, they're add-ons, but they're not at that point where like it's like life-changing stuff on the iPhone just yet. I feel like it's useful if you use it, but still the chat models are probably just as good, like Gemini, ChatGPT. Those are the ones that really, to me, are really doing it big right now on AI. So the on-device AI stuff, it's cool and all, but it's not like something you have to have right now. So the 13 is still fast here in 2025. And so here's another example of why the 13 is still a relatively fast phone. So we got 2242 and an average frame rate of 13.4. Now I just tested the other day, and I've been testing, as you might have seen if you watch the channel regularly, the Galaxy A56. Now this is a really nice big budget Samsung phone. I know this is not even close to the price range of these, but this phone is several years older and that phone still has lower frame rates per second than this old 13 with 13.4. This scores better than 42% of devices from all other devices on the market. Twice as fast here at 82% on the 16. But you got to ask yourself, how much gaming are you doing on these two phones? Because I would reckon a lot of people aren't doing a ton of gaming on these sized ones. And even if they are, most of the apps are developed well for mobile, so you don't really notice a major difference. I will tell you one thing that is relatively noticeable though. The iPhone 13, because of its glass build, the way it just feels warmer. I don't know if it's the optimization of the 16, whatever. It just doesn't feel as warm. It never gets as warm to the touch. So while this one is fast, it doesn't have the same heat management as a 16.